Well, joining me now with more on consumer tech and media and the investing landscape is Carter Reum. He's the co-founder of M13. Carter, it's great to have you on the show this morning, and I want to hear from you how this investing landscape looks.
Yeah, I think it's an exciting time right now. Obviously, there's a lot going on, with AI. You have kind of the crypto markets kind of back, and so I think it's a great time to be investing.
Great time to be investing, as you mentioned there. I'm curious, what are some companies that look attractive to you?
Yeah, I think you're seeing a lot of disruption right now. In the world of AI, what we're thinking about right now is everyone's talking about the actual technology. I think what we think about a lot is kind of what are the implications of that technology. We have companies like Prepared in our portfolio, which are using technology and AI to disrupt 911 call centers and make the world a safer place, or companies like Carenostics using AI to do earlier disease detection in healthcare. And so we think of AI as a horizontal layer that cuts across, the future of work, the future of health, commerce, money, really will be disruptive across everything we do.
Yeah, we've seen artificial intelligence absolutely drive the narrative, certainly down here on the floor of the stock exchange the past 2 years or so. And I know your firm has invested in 14 early stage companies that did go on to achieve that coveted unicorn status with a valuation of $1 billion or more. What's your playbook for building a successful startup these days?
Yeah, I think, when we're thinking about kind of early stage investing, we're looking for visionary founders. They have to go out and recruit world-class teams. And then it's all about just execution. And so, we've been lucky enough to back so many great companies like Reum that are synonymous in the world these days. And so we just try to think about where the world's going and how do we be a part of that.
And within the media space, where do you see the puck moving, knowing that media is a focus for your firm?
Yeah, I think, we had a big thesis many years ago about the creator economy. There's 50 million people that now identify as creators. Even when you see the earnings this week, you see somebody like Walmart doing an exceptional job in raising guidance. I think they've understood retail entertainment and the power of creators. They've used leverage creators like Paris or Mr. Beast. And so, we have companies like Pietra in our portfolio that are kind of powering that economy. So I think you're going to continue to see that.
Yeah, I want to hear more about what makes the ecosystem around Paris and Mr. Beast so successful in your view.
Yeah, I think what a retailer like Walmart has figured out is that there's a lot you can buy online now. And so if you're going to get somebody to come into the store, you really got to focus on retail entertainment. You really got to focus on products or experiences that they can't get sitting at home. And I think Walmart has been one of the first and most powerful, realizing the power of those creators to drive consumers into store shelves. And I think Mr. Beast and people like Paris Hilton have done a great job of doing that.
Certainly Walmart's earnings last week, an NYSE listed company, we should note, showing very strong consumer engagement outside of that grocery aisle. And of course, investors responding accordingly in the wake of that. So I want to hear more from you in terms of how these companies can navigate the current market, Carter. What would you say?
Yeah, I think one of the things that we think about a lot in the world of AI, since it's top of mind, is that, in past disruptions, when you think about all the great companies we have that are the result or the implication of the iPhone, it was really innovators competing, right? You had Lyft and Uber, you had a bunch of innovative new social media networks. I think what's different about the AI of it all is innovators are competing with kind of the big companies, right? The big companies have a lot of data sets and things like that. And so I don't know if anyone knows where the world's going. I think the one thing that I think is true is that AI will fundamentally kind of change so much we do. But you're going to have Google and Meta and these big companies competing with innovators. And so I think it's going to be a super interesting time.
We've been covering throughout the show how small caps are just having a great stretch these past 2 days, hitting a record high on the Russell 2000 for the first time since 2021. Since, of course, the start of this bull market, do you think that smaller companies like startups that you work with are now well positioned in this environment?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, one of the things that the small caps or kind of small companies have the advantage of is just the ability to be nimble and the ability to innovate faster. And so I think you're going to see a lot of that. There's going to be names that people don't know today that are going to be ringing your bell in the future. And so I think you'll continue to see that. Having said that, the big companies have a lot of advantages right now. Again, they do have tons of technologists, lots of data. And so, you never know what the future is going to bring.
Carter Reum, M13 co-founder and partner. Carter, thank you so much for joining. We appreciate it.
Thanks so much. Super appreciate it. Thank you.